In crucial scenes of One Piece, the moon is always depicted. Mysterious creatures are shown being space pirates on the moon. The mink tribe gets excited and transforms into Sulong when they see the moon. And it's likely that this raccoon dog is also related to the moon. Chopper's devil fruit is the Hito Hito no Mi, but its specific model has not yet been mentioned. There's a curious point if we just consider human as the model, because his human form doesn't look exactly human. The closest case to Chopper is Onimaru from Wano country, who was originally an animal but gained human form by eating the Hito Hito no Mi, model Onyudo. His full body is usually covered, so it remains mysterious, but when he transforms, no fox-like features appear. However, when Chopper transforms, the hair around his neck and head resembles animal fur more than human hair. This fact has led to speculation that Chopper's devil fruit might be a model of the Yeti or forest god. However, I've reached a different conclusion. It was a particular theory, solidified after seeing the cover of chapter 1113. Let me show you that cover. There are many Choppers depicted as chess pawns. Does this remind you of anything? Not the Drum Kingdom's chess, but those creatures that somewhat resemble Chopper. Yes, the robots created by the moon's technology. Their appearance somewhat recalls Chopper's hybrid form. Here's my conclusion. I believe the name of the devil fruit Chopper ate is Hito Hito no Mi, model moonfolk. This name is what the fruit is called from the perspective of humans on the blue planet. If, hypothetically, the moon people created the devil fruit, then simply calling it the human fruit would suffice. When a human consumes a Zoan-type devil fruit, they typically have 3 basic transformations. This is true for Chopper, who ate the Hito Hito no Mi. However, using the Rumble Ball, Chopper can change into 7 different forms. I believe this is because Dr. Kureha knew about advanced medical technology from a civilization 800 years ago. It's likely that during the Void Century, advanced technology developed as a result of ancient lunar technology. Indeed, they had traveled to the blue planet. This advanced scientific knowledge could have included the creation of devil fruits. Even with Vegapunk's current technology, it's impossible to recreate the ancient energy or produce new devil fruits. It's possible that Dr. Kureha knew how to disrupt the wavelengths of devil fruit transformations, having knowledge equivalent to the technology used to create them. She also seemed to know something about the D initial. It wouldn't be surprising if her collection included books on the medical technology of a great kingdom. Moreover, I think Dr. Hiluluk's experience of seeing cherry blossoms in the West Blue is significant. What's in the West Blue? Yes, Ohara. Hiluluk was a thief in the West Blue. After seeing cherry blossoms, he became interested in medicine. It's feasible that he could have stolen books on advanced medical practices from the Ohara Library during his visit. Dr. Kureha's involvement with Hiluluk, who was considered a quack, might have been due to her interest in the books he stole. Black Maria can freely change her devil fruit transformations, and Oda-sensei mentioned in an SBS that she used some sort of drug to alter her transformation points. It's likely that Queen developed this drug, drawing on knowledge from his time researching with Vegapunk in Mads. Vegapunk, having known Clover, might have acquired this knowledge from Ohara's documents. And 2 years ago, Chopper could only maintain his Rumble Ball transformations for 3 minutes, likely inspired by Ultraman, who, being from another planet, can only fight for 3 minutes on Earth. As the time limit approaches, Ultraman's chest timer flashes red, a feature similar to what is seen in some beings from One Piece's space. By the way, this Vice Admiral's name is Red King, which is also the name of a monster in the Ultraman series. It's a bit creepy, though. Currently, Chopper can freely transform into 6 different forms without needing the Rumble Ball. Do you remember why? It's thanks to the application of pharmacology that was handed down in the Torino Kingdom. In fact, there are several indications that this kingdom has inherited technology from the Void Century. For one, their appearance bears a striking resemblance to the Shandians. Since the Shandians have historically protected the poneglyphs, it's clear they had connections to a great kingdom. Now, Wiper's saying, "The land will not be defeated," gains deeper significance. Moreover, they worshipped the sun god, who was likely Nika. Their clothing also has similarities to what is associated with Nika, and the fact that the people of Torino Kingdom use spears further suggests a connection to Nika. Therefore, it wouldn't be surprising if this country had inherited medical technology and pharmacology from the Great Kingdom. Thanks to their research using this lunar technology, Chopper has managed to control the transformations of his devil fruit without a rumble ball. It seems likely that the medicine Chopper gave to Beppo, which allows Sulong transformation without a full moon, is also derived from the lunar technology known to the Torino Kingdom. Daz Borns' fruit of the Supa Supa no Mi allows him to freely produce blades from his body, whereas Baby Five's Buki Buki no Mi can generate a multitude of weapons, not just swords. Similarly, Chopper's devil fruit takes advantage of the characteristics of the moon people who come in many types. These people resemble various kinds of human-like animals, and his Hito Hito no Mi is truly epitomized by its ability to express all their characteristics. At first glance, Chopper may seem completely unrelated to the Void Century, but in reality, he has deep connections to the moon. In the Drum Kingdom arc, the full moon was notably emphasized. This level of emphasis on the full moon has only been seen a few times before, when Luffy awakened Nika and when Enel took off with the Maxim. This suggests a close connection between Chopper and the moon. Chopper's favorite food is cotton candy. One reason might be that the shape of cotton candy resembles blooming cherry blossoms. But there's a possibility it relates to lunar technology. The soldiers created by this lunar technology, who clung to balloons to head to the moon, bear a slight resemblance to Chopper holding cotton candy. These soldiers later form a corps with Enel, and they discover murals in a lunar city. These murals depict the people of the moon heading towards a blue planet. Interestingly, also in the One Piece main story, there is a character who falls from Sky Island to the blue planet. Yes, it's Gadatsu. Do you remember who caused Gadatsu to fall to the blue sea? It was Chopper. This means that a similar scenario to the mural happened during the Sky Island arc. After falling to the blue sea, Gadatsu meets a person named Goro, who bears a name similar to the Five Elders. They strike water and connect Alabasta with the hot spring island. Similarly, the people of the moon who headed to the blue planet might have later met the Five Elders and then made contact with Lily. You might have noticed another important point in this short series. I plan to explain more about this in another video. And interestingly, Chopper is the only member of the Straw Hat crew who has never directly confronted Enel. This might have been an important foreshadowing. Let's delve deeper into the mysteries that remain in the Drum Kingdom, where Chopper was born. You're probably most curious about why the Blackbeard pirates decided to attack and destroy it. After killing Thatch, Blackbeard fled in the opposite direction along the Grand Line. He destroyed Drum Kingdom, then turned back and later encountered Luffy in Mocktown. This suggests that his primary reason for returning to the first half of the Grand Line was likely related to Drum Kingdom. Blackbeard always acts according to a well-thought-out plan, so there must have been a significant reason to destroy a nation. Personally, I think their motives might relate to Drum Kingdom's involvement with the Void Century or Chopper's human fruit. Blackbeard, who enjoys studying history, might have known that Drum Kingdom had significant historical importance related to the Void Century and visited to obtain something specific. In this case, Drum Rock appears to be a crucial key. This is because it closely resembles the structure of coal-fired power plants. It's possible that this is a remnant from energy production that occurred during the Void Century. It's possible that this device installed on the ceiling, resembling a generator, may have served a role similar to the Mother Flame. If so, Blackbeard may have come searching for a way to decipher this energy source or to find weapons that were powered by it. As mentioned earlier, Kureha from Drum Kingdom seemed to know something about the D. It's rare for bookshelves to be emphasized in one piece outside of Ohara, so I believe the literature in her room might be related to the Void Century. On a side note, she wears a ring on the ring finger of her left hand. Considering that Oda-sensei instructed the team producing the episode of Chopper not to forget to include Kureha's ring, it's clear that the ring holds some important backstory. Personally, I think she learned about the D clan through her spouse, who was a scholar studying history. She always asks this indifferently. Want to know the secret to staying young? What do you think is the secret to youth? I have an idea, so if you're curious, hit like, and if there's enough interest, I'll share my thoughts in the comments of this video. Next, let's consider the possibility that Blackbeard was after the Hito no Mi. The hint that he might be trying to get the Hito no Mi is hidden in a comedic scene. As I always explain on this channel, Oda-sensei tends to hide clues within such playful scenes. Zoro said that Sanji looks like a prince from the Kingdom of Idiots. In fact, it turns out that he was the prince of the Kingdom of Idiots, over 10 years later. Moreover, Kanjuro drawing poorly with his left hand was a foreshadowing of his true nature. During the Fishman Island arc, Jinbei explained that the Blackbeard pirates were hunting for devil fruit users. At that time, Chopper felt threatened, but Usopp retorted, "Who'd want the Hito no Mi?" Though this scene seems comedic, it's possible that Blackbeard actually came looking for the devil fruit that Chopper ate. Indeed, there were rumors that Drum Kingdom had a mushroom that could cure all diseases. Furthermore, a formal group of doctors known as the Ishi-20 was ordered to search for this mushroom. We can't completely rule out the existence of such a mushroom in Drum Kingdom. Or perhaps the devil fruit, shaped like a mushroom that Chopper ate, was the real cure-all. If my theory is correct, the devil fruit he consumed could grant the abilities of the Moon People. Given their advanced science, it's conceivable that they had antibodies effective against all diseases in their bodies. However, it's worth noting that Chopper has already been infected by the Ice Oni virus once, indicating he may not have antibodies for modern viruses. Either way, the rumor of this cure-all mushroom might be the reason the Blackbeard pirates visited Drum Kingdom. In fact, there was originally a member of Blackbeard's crew who was quite frail. Doc Q. Interestingly, Doc Q is characterized as being sickly. But why do you think that is? I believe it has something to do with the celestial dragons. Ginny was discarded after becoming weak due to Saturn's drug experiments, and this illness was also transmitted to her daughter, Bonnie. Similarly, it's possible that Doc Q's parents were originally celestial dragons, but his mother contracted an illness and was discarded in the North Blue, leading to Doc Q being born frail. Perhaps that's why his nickname is Death God. 2 years ago, his bounty was the highest among the initial members of the Blackbeard pirates. Maybe his bounty was inflated due to his status as the son of a celestial dragon. Moreover, despite being 28 years old, Doc Q looks significantly older. Oda-sensei said in an SBS, "It really annoys me, those guys. Someone without a shred of kindness, I'll make them look weird." This suggests that Charlia, who is relatively beautiful, might have a change of heart during the upcoming battles as she learns the true history. While Doc Q's overall appearance is cool, his face is somewhat ugly. Additionally, he is always accompanied by his beloved horse, Stronger. Perhaps his parents were members of the Order of the Knights of God. By some twist of fate, he has now consumed the sick fruit, which enables him to infect people with diseases. If he harbors any resentment towards the celestial dragons, I think there's a possibility he might use his powers to spread diseases across the world as a form of revenge. In such a scenario, Chopper would play a crucial role in developing a cure to counteract the myriad diseases, much like blooming cherry blossoms across the globe. On another note, while Luffy is generally strong in hand-to-hand combat, he often struggles against special abilities. Techniques that have troubled Luffy include Marianne's Colors Trap, Perona's Negative Hollow, Magellan's Poison, Caesar's Asphyxiation Attack, Fish Toxins, and Queen's Manufactured Plague. Even though Luffy, transformed into Nika, is nearly invincible, his one weakness is aging due to running out of meal power, which also leaves him too weak to use his haki. In such situations, Doc Q's abilities would become one of the most troublesome types of attacks for Luffy. Furthermore, if Doc Q's paramecia ability is awakened, he might be able to inflict incurable diseases on specific targets. This could be where Chopper steps in to develop a cure for an incurable disease, something even Crocus couldn't achieve, potentially saving Luffy. This might also be when the call for the Fifth is made. So far, when new members join, they are often given titles like these. A direct translation would be the first person, the second person. In Japanese, when counting, a counter is used after the number to indicate what is being counted. The counter used here is the one for counting people. So normally, the fifth would be Chopper and the sixth Robin. However, if Chopper is considered an animal, a different counter would be used. In that case, Chopper would be the first animal, and the fifth person remains unassigned. Considering the order in which they joined the Straw Hat crew, there's a possibility that Vivi, who everyone has been waiting for, could be assigned this number. Now, I'd like to discuss something with you all. Given the still hidden nature of Chopper's Devil Fruit awakening, what do you think his awakened form will look like? I believe Chopper's awakened form might return to a simpler appearance, akin to Frieza, reflecting the most human-like simplicity among the Moon People. So, what might be the simplest, most human-like form among them? It must be theirs. Personally, I think Chopper's awakened form will be as handsome as Wiper.